Thank you for tuning into Sadhana, the Inward Path. The arrival of our forefathers to South Africa gave birth to a new generation, to what is now known as South Africans of Indian origin. Still steeped in Hindu dharma, a new land in difficult circumstances gave rise to a way of worship that became unique to South African Hindus. This is also reflected in our food, as is the case with Halwa Puri, an important offering made during Navarathri. And today Anuradha serves up the Mzansi version of this prasad on Conscious Cooking.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Hare Krishna. Welcome to Conscious Cooking with me, Anuradha Devidasi. Halwa Puri is a very popular dessert in India. Throughout many parts of India, it's made at any time, whenever somebody is looking for something quick and easy and delicious. And in South Africa, we have a very nice tradition of offering this during the special period of Navarathri. So today, I'm going to show you how to make halwa and puri. So we'll start with the first part of this dish, and that is how to make the traditional halwa. And for that, we will need about 2 cups of milk, a cup of flour, which we will put into the milk because we're actually going to make a quick paste. And we're going to sweeten this dish with about 3/4 cups of sugar. And we'll give that a really good stir, just to remove all the lumps. And while we are getting this paste together, we're going to lightly heat a little bit, maybe about 3/4 cups of clarified butter or ghee. Right, so I think we've removed all the lumps. And we'll give our ghee a light stir so that it's nicely melted. And you'll notice that we're not adding any whole spices to this halwa that we're making. We're going to add in some powder. And the powdered spices that we're going to be using is a little nutmeg and some cardamom powder. Right, so our ghee has melted and it's at a nice temperature to now add in this mixture of flour, milk and sugar. And we're going to cook this mixture in this ghee. And we're going to do it at a temperature that doesn't burn or make the halwa catch at the end of at the bottom of the pot. So we've got to do it very gently, and we've got to continue stirring until the halwa forms into a bit of a lumpy mixture and it starts pulling away from the bottom of the pot. And while that is lightly cooking, I'm going to add my spices that's going to give this halwa puri that distinctive flavor that it has. And for that, I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom, elaichi powder. And we'll just continue stirring, gently turning until we get it to the consistency that we all know and love as halwa. Halwa is actually ready, and we're going to take it off the stove. And we're now going to get the puris ready for the second part of the dish. For the puri, we will need some flour. And to this flour, I'm going to add ghee. For about 2 cups of flour, we'll use about 3 teaspoons of ghee. And we just mix the ingredients together, the flour and the ghee, incorporating the ghee into the flour, into a little bit of a breadcrumb consistency. And then to this, we're going to add some milk. I have milk here at tepid temperature. It's at room temperature. And we're going to add enough milk to make a rolling consistency. But remember, puri is not a soft dough like roti or chapati. So it's a little bit more stiff. So add enough milk to make a rolling dough. And if you add too much milk, you can just add a little bit more flour. Or if you have not enough, then just carry on adding enough milk until you get the right consistency that you require. Pull and knead and do what you have to get a pliable dough. Right, then we turn the dough onto the surface that you're working on. Right, so we've got our golis. Now we're going to start rolling. And like I've shown you before, the best way to roll a puri or a roti is by putting in a little bit of ghee on your surface. Don't use flour because you're going to be frying puri and you're going to be messing up your oil or your ghee. So we're going to just lightly grease the surface with some ghee, and then we're going to roll our puri. And you see how much easier it is to roll it, and it adds some crispness more easily to the puri itself, and it doesn't mess up your ghee. Right, so we're done with the rolling of the puri, and our ghee is at the correct temperature to start frying. So I'm going to bring a colander with some paper towel really close to me, because we are also safe in a conscious cooking kitchen. And we'll keep it so that we can easily fry the puri and put it into the colander as closely as possible. And we're ready to start frying. So let's test by trying out one. And you'll know that when the oil is right, puri fries very quickly and puffs up very happily. And a puffed up puri means that your temperature and your dough is spot on. So now let's try a few at a time. And that's exactly what you're going to see. Lovely puffed up puris. That's not soaking up oil. That's quite dry and quite flaky. So we will lay out our halwa and puri on our platter by first putting down 3 of our puris, and then adding our halwa to it. And you can add as much halwa as you like. If you just like a dollop of it, you can do that. If you like it like the way I do, with tons of halwa in between your puri, you can do that as well. And then you just cover it with another lot of puri. And there you have halwa puri ready for offering during this special Navarathri period, something that is special and traditional to our South African Indian heritage.
Swami Vivekananda once said, "Every manifestation of power in the universe is Mother." Navarathri blessings to you and your loved ones. May Devi Ma shower you with spiritual and material abundance. Until next week, do keep up your sadhana. Hari Bol.